Oh, thank God. Hey, Jesse.
I just got out of class. Are you doing anything right now?
No. Well, I'm trying to make a script for a class.
You doing that thing where you just stare for hours at a time?
Yeah.
When is it due?
2 days from now.
How much have you done?
Nothing, essentially.
Do you have any ideas?
Maybe a change of scenery could help? Nope. Still nothing. Maybe a murder mystery? Another day, another murder. After a while, the crimes began to blur together. Just one sicko after another, snuffing lives out of this world. These streets aren't what they used to be. Inspecting the body, there was a gunshot wound to the chest. He was dead as soon as he hit the ground. Wait! There's no way I can write a murder mystery that's only 5 minutes long. It's my first time writing a script.
5 minutes?
Yeah, the short film has to be 5 minutes.
Oh, I maybe have an idea. Remember the final you did last semester about the paranormal investigator?
Yeah, paranormal oddities.
Make sure you pierce the heart, or else the vampire may still be alive.
What if you did another ghost story? Like,
So there's these roommates, right? And their dynamic could be one roommate is super into the paranormal and the other one is skeptical and doesn't believe that ghosts exist. So one day, the believer leaves to run errands or something, so it would just be the skeptic alone. I'm gonna run some errands. Then the skeptic does chores or gets a snack, but strange things keep happening. Cupboards that were closed suddenly creep open. Things around the home aren't where they should be. Strange happenings. So this creeping tension rises.
I don't think I have a ghost in my budget.
what's your budget?
I don't have a budget. I'm broke. I'm just gonna start writing anything that comes to mind.
Okay, I'll talk to you later.
So yes, the best advice I can give a beginner writer is to write what you know.
Hello?
I think I might have something. It's a little meta though.
days are repeating and isolated. Only broken up by the distractions I seek out. I just want things to change, to pull myself out of this rut. The mud is too deep now. What's the worst that can happen? Fake I live, real I die. What difference does it make in this miserable life? The meeting is set for
April 7th.
So it's you want me to kill, right? Why?
I don't see much use in explaining myself. My life and story are unimportant.
So I take it you want me to kill you. Pretend to be calm. Put a cold, logical face to convince others. You buy into your own lies, but your eyes sell your soul. It's an empty abyss of your own making.
You don't know my life.
Do you really think you're the first person to pull this stunt on me? Every known so-called intellectual comes knocking on my door with the same, woe is me, no one understands me, sob stories, and then when it comes to it, they always come crying and begging like a dog asking for food. I'm trying to tell you that you don't have the courage to die. You always want things to be easy, so the moment things don't go your way, you hide yourself from the world. So, look, here's what's about to happen. I'm gonna walk away with the money. Next time I see you, you know your time is up.
It's indie, baby.
Don't stop me now. Don't stop. Won't stop. Can't stop. Don't stop me now. Lil Badu, sit 5'2", kick kung fu, 2 stays loose. You come through, I come too. Here come glue, then we through. Salute, gotta get back to this squad pursue. I do. We living in a world when I win, they shoot, but they ain't spend a day on my boots. Don't stop me, not. Let's dial in. You like where you been? July 10, I fly in. You on 10, deuce in hand. Come to find out there's juice in gin. Vibing, we didn't put the time in. It's only right that we shining. Can't stop, won't stop like did it, but we ain't out here messing with no. Won't stop me now. Don't stop, won't stop, can't stop. Don't stop me now.
I thought Logan was post-open.
I haven't seen him.
Well, his car's here.
Didn't you tell him? Did you tell him? I shouldn't have to tell him. There's signs all over the place.
Why wouldn't you? This isn't common knowledge.
Why didn't you tell him? You're the GM.
He was 20. He was a kid.
David, there's a problem in the yard. Can you come help?
Yeah, I'll be right there.
Now will you tell me what happened to my husband?
When the human disappeared, his blood pressure stabilized and his pulse rate started to rise. A few hours later, he was not only awake, he was lucid. He's still in isolation, obviously.
Badger's right. These farmers aren't going to quit until they catch me. I shouldn't have lied to your face. I shouldn't have fallen off the wagon and started secretly stealing chickens on the sly. I shouldn't have pushed these farmers so far and tried to embarrass them and cuss with their heads. I enjoyed it, but I shouldn't have done it. And now there's only one way out. Maybe if I hand myself over and let them kill me, stuff me, and hang me over their mantelpiece.
You'll do no such thing.
Darling, maybe they'll let everyone else live.
Oh, why'd you have to get us into this, Foxy?
I don't know, but I have a possible theory. I think I have this thing where I need everybody to think I'm the greatest, the quote-unquote fantastic Mr. Fox. And if they aren't completely knocked out and dazzled and kind of intimidated by me, then I don't feel good about myself. Foxes traditionally like to court danger, hunt prey, and outsmart predators, and that's what I'm actually good at. I think at the end of the day, I'm just...
I know. We're wild animals.
I guess we always were. I promise you, if I had all this to do over again, I'd have never let you down. It was always more fun when we did it together anyway. I love you, Felicity.
I love you too. But I shouldn't have married you.
There's some distance between them and the screen, and then there's distance between them and the light source. By moving the light source or moving the puppet, you can change the size of the shadow on the screen. And you can also move the light source laterally and cause the shadow to move on the screen. And so you can set up a scene where you have scenery that's close to the screen and further back and close to the light source. And you move your light source, and all three of those shadows will move at different rates on the screen. So you can create all this depth and all this movement by just having one person moving a light source. I think the thing about Undark that really spoke to me, and the thing that I felt like we could bring to the story, was the need for and the reason for having a government is to protect people. I was involved in more direct action kind of activist stuff back then, marches, protests, getting tear gassed, things like that. And society just sort of became immune to protest at some point, I moved to Austin like a lot of people did back then. I just deciding to throw all my stuff in my car and drive down here and see what would happen. And one of the first people I met was this girl who was doing a puppet show at a bar downtown, which is now Cheer Up Charlie's. Back then it was Club DeVille. And the story was this totally bizarre, family-run strip club with a bunch of murder and Oedipal themes and all kinds of stuff. And I thought that was the weirdest thing I'd ever heard. And so I volunteered to help out because I was like, I don't know anybody, so it's something to do. It's something to, And so I carried on making shows. We did a lot of sort of activist stuff.
Is this stuff bad for you? It tastes bad. Radium is perfectly harmless.
And then I got really interested in what you could do with an actual theater space as opposed to, a booth in a parking lot, and, the lighting and all the control you can have over the atmosphere. I always say, when people ask me if we do shows for kids, or they'll ask me if we do birthday parties, I say, only if you want all the kids to cry. I'll show you these little guys over here. The one we had called, it was called the Crapstall Street Boys, and it was the story of these little kids who lived in a city that was infested with monsters. And to buy the latest monster protection technology, their parents needed money, so they sold the children to the workhouse. And in the workhouse, the children would manufacture monster protection technology, which would then be sold to the parents, to the populace. And of course, the children in the workhouse were starved and not taken care of or fed properly, so eventually they were forced to gobble each other up. And every time you gobble up another kid, you get a little bit bigger and a little bit more deformed until eventually you become a monster. And once you've become a full monster, then they unleash you to go and terrorize the city so that people will buy more technology. And in order to get the money to buy the technology, they sell their children to the workhouse to make the technology, who become the monsters, and the cycle repeats and repeats and repeats. So, I mean, a lot of the shows are just sort of, I guess they're essentially me struggling with myself. Like, there's the anarchist in my heart who wants to, like, smash things and burn things down. And then there's also the socialist in my brain who's like, well, that's maybe not a great idea, and maybe we need more structure than that.
Her teeth, the roof of her mouth, the bones in her ears, was all just decay.
There's a part of me that really believes in regulation, because regulation is what keeps corporations from poisoning us with impunity, which is what the Undark show is all about. It's these women working in a factory with this incredibly toxic radioactive paint, which they are told is safe and possibly even beneficial to your health. And because of the horrible things that they endured and the horrible deaths that they died, we have OSHA, Occupational Safety and Health Administration, and we wouldn't have that if it weren't for the suffering that they endured.
Any luck finding a lawyer? Not yet. The last one said that we wouldn't be having these problems if we were at home, taking care of the children. So they can grow up and work in factories that poison them.
Where people are exposed to toxic substances and lied to, and then shamed about it and told that it's, that it's their fault and it's because they have filthy habits or whatever.
Far from bearing responsibility for the personal issues of its employees, the company is in fact the victim in this situation. And what's worse is that they are seeking to enlist the United States government in their scheme to destroy this company with costly, unnecessary regulation.
So yeah, I mean, I have a lot of contradictory ideas, and I think that making the shows is one of the ways that I try to figure them out.